$1 per person, there's about something like 3 billion people on this planet, that live on $2 a day. So you and I at $1,000, people can participate. But if we truly want to empower the 99% to invest like the top 1%, we have to literally remove all barriers to entry. And I believe, a lot of people say to me, well, $1, it's not going to change people's lives. And I say, well, I disagree with you. Because if I can change your habits, I can change your financial destiny. And so even yourself, okay, if I can get $1 or even $10, and you can invest in a medical building and start to see a good return, you're going to go, well, hang on, this is better than my house. And maybe you might change your habits. And if I can change your habits, I'll change your financial destiny. So again, I want to repeat, we're not there yet. But I have a dream that one day, investing on a smartphone just like this will be as simple as a swipe of a finger and from $1. And I believe if we can get to that one day, then we truly can empower the 99%. And I've got goosepimples telling you this, because at $1,000, I really believe that we've already materially moved the needle. Because go back to my story from 2009, you and I could not participate. And pretty much almost everyone watching this show could not participate in those medical buildings in Bondi Beach. Today we can. Today with $1,000 we can participate in those deals. I've invested in every deal those guys have done since 2013 on 4 different continents.
Wow.
And sometimes with as little as $1,000. So it's not, in my opinion, it's no longer an excuse to not participate.
So now tell me, what does this all have to do with what's on your chest?
I feel like I'm giving you very long answers to your short questions, but in 2014 I learned about blockchain. And if people out there don't know what blockchain is, I recommend they go and look it up.
If they're watching this series, they're going to learn
I hope
a lot about it.
I hope so, because if you look back over the last 20 years and you think the internet has affected your life, I believe, and many others do, that blockchain is going to have a bigger impact on your next 20 years than the internet has on your past 20 years, which is a pretty big statement.
Yeah, it is.
But when I understood what blockchain was, I really could now join the dots of how we could empower the 99%. Why? Because we've basically got, and I learned this from Roger Hamilton, and I know he's one of the other people, you've got e-commerce and you've got social media, and it's come together. And we now got social commerce. But the reason that you and I still don't invest generally online is because we don't trust. It's the number one blockage. What does blockchain do? Well, it's the foundation that builds the trust for social commerce. And so I sat back and I was like, there's the answer. It's this blockchain thing that we can really now unlock the capacity. The second thing was, what most people don't know is that cryptocurrencies are built on top of blockchain. So when I look at Bitcoin, and there's people that know a hell of a lot more about Bitcoin than me, but I don't understand what's based on its value. What's its intrinsic value? And I always joke with everyone is that if I put a gun to your head and I said, tell me the value, what is the intrinsic value of Bitcoin? And if you don't get it right, I'm going to shoot you. There's very few people in the world that would volunteer to say, yes, I know what Bitcoin's based on.
Well, it's fiat in essence, right? I mean, it's
not too dissimilar to fiat, but even if you took the US dollar, people would still have excuses, it's backed by the American government, et cetera. Whereas if you take Bitcoin, technically it's very hard to judge it. And to get mass adoption, my mom is a teacher, my brother's a doctor. Do they understand Bitcoin? No chance. I have a master's degree cum laude in technology, and even I struggle to understand, what it's about. And so when I look at that and I say, well, how do we get mass adoption? Well, what is an asset class that everyone on the planet understands?
Real estate.
Exactly. If you're a goat herder in Africa, a rice farmer in China, a rickshaw driver in India, every single person on the planet understands the value of real estate, whether they've got access to it or not. And so I see a future where we will have a cryptocurrency that will be backed by real estate. It won't have the highs and lows of Bitcoin because it'll have a tangible asset. And normally I would be banging on a wall now because everyone understands it, where ultimately you take the best of Bitcoin, but you marry it together with an asset class people understand. And so the logo I've got on my chest is that we believe that we can, that grand vision of how do we empower the 99%, is that if we can marry together technology and real estate and ultimately allow people to participate. And our cryptocurrencies quite at the moment are a dirty word after the rise of 2017 and the crash of 2018. But just because we had the dot-com boom bust didn't mean the internet was broken.
Right.
And I fundamentally believe that 10, 20 years from now, everyone will be investing in real estate, however, using cryptocurrencies and blockchain and that technology.